Welcome everyone to the All Chat Gaming Podcast. This week I'm joined by...
Well, what's your name?
but we're gonna go down the row.
Okay.
Hi everyone! Everyone, welcome to the All Chat Gaming.
I'm Tanner.
Wait, no, we gotta start over now.
But
Hi everyone, welcome to the All Chat Gaming Podcast. I'm joined by...
Nick.
Keefin.
Tanner.
Ryan.
So this week we're kind of gonna switch things up. Just because... So something new we're gonna start is just talking about what we've played every other week. And we don't know what we're gonna fill in yet in between those off weeks. So instead, we're gonna go straight to gaming news this time. Just because we feel like we don't play that much that's different. And so it can kind of get repetitive. So we're going to try some new things. But first, let's go into our gaming news.
All right. Well, I've got something. Did you guys hear about the PlayStation 4 Spiderman PlayStation 4 edition?
Oh, they're releasing a special edition?
Yeah, well, you can buy the console, which is red with the Spider-Man logo, and then the controller, which is also Spider-Man red, and then, of course, the game. Mm-hmm. It'd be funny if they didn't give you the game for that. But it looks awesome, and I wasn't planning on buying another PlayStation 4, but now... No, I'm just kidding, I'm not.
I am. I'm buying it anyway.
But Spider-Man does look good, actually. I wasn't planning on getting that, but...
Already pre-ordered it on accident.
I
did it and I can't take it back.
On accident?
I accidentally pre-ordered it.
So I was trying to use the 20% off code that came with my PlayStation to buy that because it's $60 instead of using it on Horizon, which was $20. But then on pre-orders, apparently you can't use the code. And I was like, that sucks. So then I wanted to cancel it so I could just get the game when it came out and use the code. But then you have to send in a whole thing. You can't just cancel it. You actually have to write a whole thing, send it in, and then hope they do it. And I was like, I'm lazy. You got my money, whatever.
You got my money.
That's how that went.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, they got me.
I mean, at least it looks like a good game.
Yeah.
And you might enjoy it. Yeah, so money...
I like the last
maybe
one.
Well
Spider-Man 2 on GameCube was really fun.
Well, I liked the last Spider-Man. I had an Xbox 360, and I loved Sunset Overdrive, which is the same developer. So I imagine I'll like it. Yeah, Insomniac's really good, so I trust them. Yeah. I'm still annoying PlayStation. Well, let me do things.
It looked really cool, and there were some funny memes about it. People put it with the SpongeBob video of him saying, "I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it." It's funny. Do you know what we're talking about?
Nope.
Do you?
Yes.
But I'm okay not knowing. I feel comfortable in my life without that.
I'll show you after. So there was that. But then also I wanted to talk about how No Man's Sky is releasing multiplayer.
Only 2 years late.
Only 2 years late. Now, I don't know much about No Man's Sky. All I know is
nothing.
I know lots.
Is that it looks awesome. Like the artistry.
Yeah, sure. That's what it actually looks like in game too. Totally the same. Sorry.
Does it not look that way?
So okay, here's what happened. Let me give you some background on what happened with No Man's Sky. They promised a ton of stuff. They promised the world. It was supposed to be these super cool, unique animals on super cool, unique planets that you could just go to. You could go into space. You could land on planets. You could do tons of cool stuff. It was supposed to be like Minecraft, but with space and cool animals that were unique to each thing, different atmospheres and all this kind of different stuff. And they were like, "Does multiplayer exist?" And the main guy that developed it was like, "It does, but it would be almost impossible to find anyone because it's so big. The game is so big that you basically will never find anyone." And then within the first day of streaming, 2 Twitch streamers found each other. They literally were on the same planet. And they knew that because one of them had named it, because they had colonized it essentially. And they named it, and they talked through their chats and stuff and met up at the exact same place and they couldn't see each other. Because he's the only way you can see your character models is if someone sees you. And then it didn't even exist. It wasn't even a thing in the game. So they
oh my God.
Not only did he blatantly lie up until the moment that it happened, but it was also just this huge thing. And the animals all sucked, and some of them looked terrible. And you could, to be fair, go launch into space, go to a new planet, and land right on it without any loading. So like that existed, but the planets were like boring. There wasn't much to do. There wasn't really much of a game there. Now they've been releasing tons of free DLC as it's gone on, and apparently it's supposed to be a lot better now. And
So,
now, like you said, they have the...
They pulled a Sea of Thieves.
Except for, I would say that they lied
It was a
even
lot
worse.
worse than Sea of Thieves.
Like, they had way more backlash because you don't promise multi... That'd be like Sea of Thieves saying, you can get on a boat with your friends, and then all of a sudden, you actually can't. It's like...
Yeah.
That's, like, that was, like, a huge thing, because it's like... I don't know, for me at least, half the fun of Minecraft is being able to do it with friends. Like, going to places, building things, and that would have been cool with No Man's Sky, would be able to be, like, going to new planets together with friends.
No Man's Sky pulled a Sea of Thieves pulled a No Man's Sky.
Okay,
Yeah,
but how much
lesser
does Sea of Thieves cost if you don't buy it with like the Game Pass or whatever? Is it
60?
Okay, so they're both 60.
Yeah.
And
No Man's Sky is still
launch,
60.
it was
It's still...
But,
It's still
I
60.
mean-
I checked it out.
Maybe it's because I got it on the Game Pass, but you know, I've enjoyed everything from Sea of Thieves at the get go.
And if it gets better, but like the thing for me is the Game Pass does exist, and that's kind of nice that I don't have to drop $60 on the game and realize I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't, but if I would have, I was like, oh, but I can also play all these other games. It's like Netflix. You watch a show you hate, and you're not like, Netflix, I hate you.
Cancel my subscription right now.
But like, because you're like, there's a million other things, and Xbox is slowly building that up more and more, especially with their backwards compatibility. So I'd say that's maybe the one caveat that Sea of Thieves had over it, besides not lying nearly as bad, would be that you could get it for cheaper technically.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have had a bigger problem with Sea of Thieves if I would have dropped the $60 on it. And
Yeah, me too.
But they are giving things for free,
which is nice.
and they are, actually doing multiplayer.
You want to know something else about No Man's Sky? I think it's a direct quote, but the creator promised that there are 18 quadrillion different planets you could visit.
Which is why it was so big you couldn't find anyone.
Yeah, but then
So it's like the actual
space.
universe.
Yeah, it's become one of the biggest memes and like controversies in gaming. Basically, like No Man's Sky has been said to be one of the most disappointing games of all time.
Yeah, and,
So-
and their problem with that is they promise so many planets, but it's all
Yeah.
procedurally generated.
And they're all kind of
Just
the
like
same.
Minecraft. That I was going to say, if it's
Right.
quadrillion planets, they can't
So
do that
nothing
by
is
themselves.
it's not handcrafted. So
Yeah,
it's like
they're all the
there's
same
nothing like
planet, basically.
specific to do. Like there's just every planet's just like so random, which is also the other problem with the animals was that they were procedurally generated, so some of them just got super wonky. Like if I could show you some pictures, you'd understand. Like some of them just looked awful, like
I mean,
freaks of nature.
they're aliens, aren't they?
Yeah,
can
but
edit-
like
you
they
can
didn't
edit
look
them
cool
on the
like the
screen.
trailer. Like the trailer made them look like awesome dinosaurs. What'd you
trailers are
say?
You
supposed
can
to
edit
do.
them on the screen.
Edit them on the screen.
On the screen, for when people are watching.
Oh, okay, like put them up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what are you
Okay.
saying? But talking about meme culture, everyone should watch our Rocket League video that Ryan edited of me and Tanner, and
Because
very
we
memeful.
became a meme. As far as Rocket League.
Our first meme as the odd man out.
Gosh, it was-
Wow,
that's
milestone.
a video. But I also have some gaming news, unless we're not done with No Man's Sky.
We're done.
Okay, we're done.
We're done.
My very brief news is that Xbox is coming out with some new hardware. Probably
that's right.
they're going to be coming out with an Xbox One X that has bigger hard drive space, like more than 1 terabyte.
Well, and I just bought one.
Yeah, you can buy a hard drive,
Yeah, that's true.
and they plug it right in the back. That's what I have.
I
Just
mean, I
chills
still have
there.
700 gigs on my hard drive.
Yeah, and then also they're probably going to
Fine.
release a cheaper version of the Xbox One S.
Another cheaper one?
Does that mean I should
They've
buy
sold it
that?
for
That
like-
means you should buy it. Because
But
we'll
like-
all have one. We can
I'm
play
taking
together.
donations.
Well, like, you can get an Xbox One S for like $200 right now.
Guys,
Can't you?
I mean, I'm just telling you what the news has told me.
I just need to stop having a job. I have to play through all of the Kingdom Hearts. Or
Wait.
have to. I get to.
You don't have to do that.
I
I
want
get
to.
to.
I want to.
Try not to inadvertently
And I want to
insult
become-
the player base.
And I want to become challenger in HOTS. I got to do that in the next week.
There's no challenger in HOTS.
Exactly. That's how
It's
hard it's
Grandmaster.
well, that's how hard it's going to be because I wanted to.
You want to create a new rank?
Yeah,
That's how hard what's going to be?
HOTS. I'm playing all the games.
Okay.
You mean nothing.
You
And
know,
yeah.
you know what HOTS is, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Heroes of the
okay.
Storm.
Okay.
I just wanted to make a dumb joke.
You wanted to make a hot joke about it.
Shut up. Any other gaming news from anybody?
I bought Octopath Traveler today. but that's not really gaming.
Didn't we talk
in the
about that
news
in a
all
previous
the time.
podcast?
Like the
Yeah,
last two.
like the last two.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been talking about it.
Well, I played the demo and it was really good, and so I played 5 minutes of it when I got home, and then I fell asleep. So.
But this week you'll play.
In this week, I'm going to be playing a lot.
Because you'll not have work.
Yep, I won't. Gosh. I already told these guys this, but I've been awake since 3:45 in the morning today. So
let's hope you start sleep.
And it's 7:30 p.m.
Yeah.
To give you guys an idea.
So
Another reason that we're not talking about gaming news is he was busy at work.
Gaming what we played.
Gaming what we played.
Yeah, I was busy at work all week. He was busy at work all week.
So I got promoted to team lead, and I was also training. So basically, I had no time and worked tons of overtime.
Ryan was in the hospital.
No, I was not in
mental
the hospital. I started a new workout program that has been kind of keeping me a bit busy before work and after, because I need to prepare my meals and everything. So that's been fun.
I probably played the most video games, but I actually didn't play that many either, because I started a new workout program as well, and it's called Title Boxing.
I was gonna make a really bad joke. I'm
I'm
glad you finished that before I could make the joke.
Title.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do with Tanner, but because my schedule's a little
sucks.
wonky.
Yeah. Anyway,
I was gonna work out too, but when I eat Oreos, I lose weight, so I don't think there's.
And I do.
That's his workout.
I do work out.
If you did start working out, do you think you'd gain weight?
Yeah, I have been gaining weight.
No,
from my
but
job.
would you gain fat?
If I worked out? That's not how working out
just-
works.
He's saying you eat Oreos so you lose weight. So if you're working out, we should go the opposite.
Oh, right, yeah. I've been awake for a long time today. I'm trying to process things.
Let's do a let's play at the gym where we just go to the gym.
Lift weights. Great, let's play. Let's play.
Can we please,
curls?
Can we please
Let's
do
play
that?
bros.
Let's play bros.
I mean, we might get in trouble for recording at the gym, but as long as we don't record other people and only try to record ourselves, I think we can get away with it.
Sounds good. All right.
Anyway, so that's the reason, and also we're training up to every other week. But
Yes, sir.
we're going to move on very quickly this time to the main topic, probably the fastest we've ever reached the main top topic before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we're going to talk about today is, so obviously we're relatively new YouTubers. We've only been going for a couple months, and I think a lot of milestones that a lot of bigger YouTubers don't even see as exciting, for us are like a big deal. So 100, that's a big thing for us because we've recently reached just over 100 hours of watch time. And also our Fortnite mobile video that we did is over 100 views, just barely as well. So very almost in conjunction to those two things hit at 100. We were stuck at 99 for a long time with Fortnite, now it's like 102. And
were those three you?
No. I haven't even looked at the video in forever.
Awesome.
I forgot about it, and then I was like, I wonder if we hit 100 yet.
I actually don't watch our videos very much, so it's not me.
He doesn't find they don't find us entertaining. I love us. I mean, a
lot of the times I watch the videos while I'm editing them, or if they're just on the drive.
Except for the Rocket League one.
I'll watch it.
He did put a lot of work into that.
I'll watch it.
And he made fun of me a lot in the video.
I did.
It's pretty funny.
And I deserved it.
Also, it's one of our shorter videos, so it's probably more digestible for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But, so those are like, for us, that's like a really cool milestone. At least it is for me. I don't know what they feel. But for me, it was like, seeing that was like, it was so cool. I would love it when we hit 100 subscribers as well. We're
gonna do a
little
special
more than a
video
quarter of
for
the way
that.
there.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely do like a
We'll do
special thing
video.
for when we...
Maybe we'll do a live stream even. I'd be okay with that too.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
But I think 100 would be really cool. But anyways, I think it's just so special for new YouTubers.
Yeah.
And for me, seeing that, I was like, all right, we're going somewhere. Like, we're improving audience retention. We're getting those hours. We're finally over 100. Like, things that when we first started were like so far away. All of a sudden, we're actually like seeing those things happen.
Yeah, and as long as we're moving forward, not backward, we're doing pretty good. And I remember just a few days ago, I was watching a video, PewDiePie video, and he did mention how he still remembers how happy he was when he reached 10 subscribers. And that's PewDiePie we're
The
talking
most
about.
subscribed person in the world.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're on our way.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know, but like, what do you guys think like about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been cool. Just learning because for the Rocket League video, Premiere wasn't like the program that we used to edit videos it wasn't working at on my computer for some reason. So I had to do it at Keefin's. And so while I had Keefin there, Keefin's way more experienced at editing than I am. So
by a couple months.
So I had him teach me. I had him teach me a lot of the tricks, and I'm sure if you're paying good attention to the Rocket League video, you'll see when I start learning different tricks, because that's when I start implementing them later in the video. Because
so it progressively gets better.
Yeah, progressively gets better, because I didn't want to go back, because I went right after work.
And spent like what 2.5 hours at my place.
Yeah, almost 3.
Yeah,
because I left like around 11:30, and then I did a little bit in the morning just to get it ready to come out. But like my own knowledge of editing has gone up, which has been cool, and it's been cool seeing that. Yeah, we have been progressively getting more and more subscribers. I mean, yeah, it's slow, albeit at a slow rate, but it's better than none at all. Yeah. Like when we were at 10 subscribers, I was like, I mean, maybe that's the difference between me and PewDiePie. He's a little more positive, because like I'm like, 10, like it's gonna take forever.
To be fair, when he started, YouTubers were not nearly as popular as they are today. He didn't have like PewDiePie to compare himself to.
No, yeah, that's true. But I mean, even though we've only been doing this for a few months, I guess my expectations were a bit higher than they probably should have been. But it's still cool to see that we're moving forward rather than backward.
We're almost at 30. We're at 28 right now. And that can't be all of our friends subscribing, because I don't have 28 friends. I have 3.
And I don't have any, so I'm not one of them.
So obviously there are some people out there that are really subscribed and are actually watching.
Yeah.
So
like Scott, shout out to you. I know you're watching.
And my dad, who always watches.
Yeah, Scott's actually one of our buddies from work. Except that apparently Ryan was talking to him, and he apparently really likes our podcast. So shout out.
And now that you mentioned it, he's gonna say that he doesn't.
Now he's gonna say he doesn't like it.
By the way, I don't like it.
He's going to unsubscribe after that.
We have yet to have anyone unsubscribe.
That's true.
So,
like I said, we're moving forward and not backwards.
Keep it following and
unsubscribe
unsubscribe.
And I think, so those are cool things. So other things I wanted us to talk about during this is just, what are some things that are kind of just hardships of being a new YouTuber? And Ryan kind of hit on a little bit of them, but I'd like to go into more detail on like some of the hard things or things that we were expecting to be different. But then also some of the other like really cool things that we didn't expect to happen or were hoping would happen and have happened, and we're like, oh, that's awesome. So I think one of the hard things that was for me was, I think I had similar. I didn't have such high expectations, but I definitely had more than. Like, I thought we'd grow faster, just because I don't know. I had that hope that we would, but obviously it takes a lot of work. And I think we are growing, which I like. Like, a lot of our latest videos have had way more retention. And some of our videos that don't do as well on YouTube actually do better on Facebook for some reason. Like, by a lot. So it's like, that's also like a weird, like, just learning experiences for me. But yeah, I thought we would probably grow faster than we are. But I'm still happy with the growth that we have.
Right.
Like, the fact that we have growth to me is awesome. But it is sometimes disappointing to see YouTubers who have 500,000 subscribers or more getting thousands of views, and I would be happy with 1,000 views on a video, and I'm like,
yeah,
or regularly 100. I would be like, I would be so happy with that. And so sometimes it's hard to see the low amount that we have, but I'm still happy for the people that do watch it.
And even the majority of those, successful YouTubers at this time, have had to start.
Yeah, they had to start somewhere.
Somewhere. They had to have 10 subscribers at one point. And I gotta say, so I actually had a little bit of lower expectations as far as growth. We were going a little faster right at the beginning than I actually anticipated, and that was because the YouTube channel I had with my wife has been harder to get views and get subscribers.
So you had previous experience.
Yeah, and so I've seen it, and so we were growing faster than that. So I was happy about that. And then we did plateau a little bit. That's hard, but we're still going up. And there were things I learned from the previous YouTube channel that we are doing better this time that speak to it, and I can see those differences. And so as far as hardship, I mean, yeah, I mean, I would say probably something that every YouTuber or video creator deals with in their life is when they lose out on content, which we have, which is probably the most devastating, is when you spend all your time doing something, whether it be recording a Fortnite video or a podcast
or an iDarb.
Yeah.
Or a
Or a
Rayman. And
yeah.
we say this, but there's not a single video creator out there who hasn't experienced the same thing. And I think keeping that in perspective is really important, because that can easily discourage you and knock you back very fast and very hard.
Yeah. I guess I'll chime in now. I think one of the biggest hardships I think that we've been going through is the hardware and the software side. Because you just mentioned losing all of our stuff, and that kind of relates to the hardware side. But also just finding a way to manage these huge video files and stuff that we have. Like, you should look at Keevan's laptop. It is a mess. There's
so
like
much.
200 different video clips that aren't even organized, and like...
I almost made it messier with all the memes I was downloading.
Yeah,
from the
it's
You
video.
almost did? You mean you did?
Hey, I created
like-
a folder.
Only after I told you.
Like, organization has been annoying, and we've been using our Google Drive, the free version of Google Drive,
So
'cause we're
15
cheap.
gigs.
So we only have 15 gigs
Woot.
of storage, so we have to constantly delete and re-upload and things like that. We've also been dealing with the fact that Ryan and I have garbage upload speed at our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't like to upload videos because it takes, like... I think one podcast I did took 7 or 8 hours to upload. Like, I woke
That's
up and
insane.
it was still uploading, I think.
Yeah, and then once someone's uploading something, then because
We can't
there's
do
three of us in
anything.
the apartment.
Yeah.
So if one person's uploading, then the rest of us can't really do anything
Like, yeah.
online.
We can't really do any gaming because
Which will hopefully
yeah.
change in the near future, right?
I hope so.
I mean, Nick and I are looking for a new place, and it would just be the two of us. So, I mean, because Adam does play occasionally. I mean, I don't think it would. I mean, as long as we find a place that has better upload speed.
I can't imagine you'll find a place that
That's
has
worse.
like 3 Mbps upload. Like,
I
you
hope
guys.
not.
you know what's really weird about
You'll find it.
Something will happen.
what's really weird about this place is that it actually has faster upload than download by like 10. Which is weird. 10.
Can I rent out your
Mbps.
kitchen? Or your
In the
living
cupboards.
room?
Yes.
To live in the cupboard, be a cupboard boy.
We have an attic.
I'll give you $3.50 a month.
I'll take it. I need that.
That's a tree and $50.
Yeah, a tree and $50.
I want it.
Yeah. Another hardship is the software side is Premiere. I hate
love
Adobe
Premiere.
Premiere Pro.
I love it.
Oh,
I
see,
know
was
they
just-
like it, but I hate it.
See, I kind of hated it too, just because it hasn't been working for us. But working on it on a working computer, it's actually pretty cool. Like I like it when it's working.
Congratulations. But I don't like it. I'm sure maybe I'll learn to love it over time. You know, sometimes it happens with your child. You hate it at first. I'm just kidding.
I was like, wow.
Just kidding.
It's like a sudden turn.
Do you have a child, Nick?
No. I just wanted to throw some dark humor. I've been awake for a really long time. I've already mentioned that like 5 times, but
Do it. Keep it.
I'm just in a weird spot. But when I was in high school, I started my own YouTube channel, like my own solo gig where I tried to be this really funny guy that did funny sketches, and it just turned out to be the cringiest thing you'll ever see on
I've seen
YouTube.
some of them.
So you
It is
have?
pretty cringy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some of them are still on YouTube.
I've seen.
Well, I saw some of your Facebook ones too.
Yeah. The Facebook. Oh
I
saw
assume
them.
they were very similar.
yeah, they were. And
Everyone starts out that way, though. Just to let
yeah,
you know.
I know. I mean, I was a teenager. What teenager isn't cringy? You know, I mean,
It's true.
So yeah, I started one back then, and I used a program called Sony Vegas, and I love that program a lot.
That one is good.
It worked
Like,
for me.
it is
It
good.
never. I don't think it ever crashed on me. Like I think I always had a good experience with it. So I've been frustrated with Premiere. I'm sure it's just because I'm dumb and I don't know how to use Premiere. But I was trying to edit one of the iDarb video. No, we only had one. Well, we did have 2 iDarb videos. One of them we lost, but the one that actually got uploaded was supposed to be my edit. And literally, like, I would hit play and the sound would play, but the video would not move at all. Like I could hear what was going on, but the clip would not move, and I tried everything.
See,
And I
I've
just
had
gave
both
up.
problems where I can't. The video doesn't move, and the sound doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything, but I can Premiere's picking something up, but I can't hear it.
And oddly for me, it's like I've never had that problem, and I have a laptop.
Yeah, which is like
and they all have PCs, but I guess I do have 16 gigs of RAM.
So do I.
Like, and I have like a lot of good stuff for it.
Yeah,
but
that might be your problem.
Literally never had any problems ever with any edits. Like I actually did the IDAR one, and I ran into no problems except for the editing time. But going on kind of both them says, like, so I have had one other YouTube channel, and I tried to do it with some roommates, and something that was awesome to see with us. But also actually everything's awesome. It's only improved from that one.
Everything is awesome.
You're part of a team.
You're part of the
so
team.
that is the thing. Is now I'm actually part of a team.
Yeah.
Before it was like I wanted it to exist, but I was the only one that wanted it to exist. Really, everyone was like, I'll be part of your videos, but I won't edit. I won't upload. I won't do anything. Like I won't even offer to we should do it. We had no specific time. We were filming with my Kinect camera on my Xbox One. And so we would stream stuff. And we actually had that was one thing we did have that was kind of cool. Is we had some pretty interactive fans. We would be streaming Minecraft. They'd watch us almost every time, and they'd even join in on some of them. So that was one thing I do miss about that, is having a crazy interactive fans, because that was cool. And that was Twitch streaming. I didn't really have any YouTube editing experience, and I didn't really try to edit them. I would just throw them up because I didn't really understand anything about editing. And no one wanted to do anything else, so it was just me trying to run it, and it kind of just tanked. We also tried some skits, and they were kind of funny, but again, the production value wasn't there. And while we might not have the best set or production value now, we have people who want to be here. We do things at the same time. We actually release regular content. We have better hardware to film it and record it. And I learned editing, which was hard. I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I had to just mess around with it myself. But once I did, it's been really cool. I'm not the greatest editor by any stretch of the imagination, but I have learned a few things. And like Ryan said, I helped him with just a few little things. And once you start getting the hang of it, it becomes way more fun, right? Mm-hmm. And then you think of new twists that you want to do. And I like that everyone has their own editing style, and that really came out in your Rocket League video. Because I have a different style of things I like to do, and he has a different style. If everyone has their own style, it kind of adds a little bit of extra fun. Yeah. And I can watch a video that we filmed, and it's not even the same thing almost. That Rocket League one is not the same video I made, but I love it.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's been really cool to see.
When I was making it, I did have fun making it, and Kevin could hear me because I was he was doing something else. He was watching TV with his wife.
I was watching a podcast.
And he would hear me chuckle occasionally. So I was thinking of funny stuff I could add to it.
Yeah, and that's one of the funnest parts about it. I remember when I learned how to use keyframes in Premiere Pro.
So hard.
I'll teach you.
No, I can do it. It's just hard because I did it with the sniper in the Halo 2 Nostalgia.
Okay,
but the sniper
that's
was so small and in the background that the keyframes didn't follow it. Because I know naturally, if you do it, it'll follow something and go with it easier. If it's a big thing, but it was so small and blurry in the background because they zoomed in on a split screen video on one person's screen, and then I focused on one tiny black sniper rifle. So I had to manually do every single key. And I had to kind of guess where it was when it would bounce off the floor, and I couldn't see it anymore. And I'd have to go forward to see where it would come up to kind of guess the trajectory. That took me so long to do. So if I ever get an easy one where it's big and I can just have it do it for me, I'll be like.
But and you know keyframes, they're not just about following something, but right, you're right. But what I did when I zoomed in on Ryan's face, I used keyframes for that.
Yeah, you can zoom.
And it's fun because now that I know how to do that, I know what will be funny, and I can't wait for you guys to see it because you guys are going to find it funny. And already with this podcast, I already know when I'm going to do that again, and you guys will just have to watch it to find out.
Is it this?
As you go out of the camera the entire time.
Yep.
Sadly, we can't pan over.
Yep, only.
But maybe I'll do something with that. If you want to give me more content.
Or Ryan's non-swear word swear word.
Yeah. That was
By the way, Dad, he didn't actually swear.
He did though.
We just didn't
Yeah.
like what he actually said, but it also made it way funnier with the editing. So we're not even gonna say.
Yeah, if you know me,
It
you
does
know
not
I just
matter.
I don't swear.
He doesn't.
No,
The only one you'll ever really hear swear probably on air is me.
probably.
Maybe you.
Maybe.
Maybe you.
Maybe me before Nick. I don't know.
Maybe.
It just depends
But
on
definitely
just
me.
depends on
We've
if
already
family
heard it.
It depends on if family's going to watch this.
The only time I've seen you swear is online when we're playing against, when we're usually League or Heroes of the Storm when people are being douches.
Me?
Oh, that's a bad word, Ryan.
Oh, edit it. Everything Ryan says from now on just beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, 'cause
Wait, you're talking about me or Keithan?
you.
Oh.
Well,
'Cause
this.
we were playing League one time and you were getting pretty like.
I
you were upset. You were very upset.
I was 25-0 and 1, and Ryan stole my kill, and he was
It wasn't
was
at me.
support.
It wasn't
I know,
me.
I'm just
You were
kidding.
directing your anger at. You were mad at our team because they kept on calling both of us bad.
I
Like, they
know.
were.
Oh no. Bad.
Oh no!
No,
you
I'm-
guys are bad.
Well, no, like
Bad boys, you suck. You've been bad.
okay. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing what happened, obviously, but that's
So so what would just happen might seem off topic from the actual what we're talking about, the main topic, but actually I think it fits perfectly because one of my other favorite parts of what we're doing is just being able to hang out with my friends and play games or just talk.
Yeah.
Like when you become an adult and like married and all that kind of stuff, but like especially as you're an adult, like the older you get, the less time, especially with work, you have less time to just hang out with friends. Like as a kid, you could go over, play games for hours, like I mentioned before, like Zach and I, or even us back in the day before we'd stay, like we slept over at Ryan's for like almost an entire week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a Christmas break. We were just like
And-
we didn't have girlfriends. We had literally
We didn't know
work.
nothing to do in life, and so we just went over. We'd play like I brought my own Xbox, so we'd play tons of
Halo,
we played,
Fibbage,
like just tons of games, and like that's something I
lots
miss.
of League. Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Yeah, and we just gotta hang out together, and that's something I miss doing. And this has been like a way to just get together, play games with friends, that's my favorite way of playing games.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And also just be able to talk about stuff that I want to talk about, and I don't know, have it recorded. Like it's cool to me
Right.
to be able to spread that out and just be able to hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
and-
that's another one of my favorite things.
And with having an objective behind it,
yeah,
it adds another element. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it can take away from the fun,
yeah.
but it's also a lot of fun. Like I think it makes up for itself and then some.
yeah. I've had a lot of fun playing the Minecraft, playing the
And Worms Golf.
Not Worms Golf.
No.
What about Game
Worms
Beasts?
Golf.
Yeah, that's a
Come
good.
out
That's a
with
good.
Gang Beast is
Oh yeah,
because-
that's the video I was supposed to edit today.
because for some reason I'm good at Gang Beast. I still haven't figured out why. You guys are like, how is he doing that? I'm like, how am I doing this?
You're like, I have no idea. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know I'm doing a really, really good job.
Like a Junkrat main.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I can play Junkrat.
Yeah.
Funny.
Keith doesn't get it.
I'll echo what we were saying about just friends. So when I did my YouTube channel in high school, it was a one-man show kind of thing. It was just me. And I did have friends occasionally help me, but they weren't like
I
permanent.
thought you meant in life you had friends that
On occasion, not that often.
Occasionally my mom would pay a kid to be my friend. And so for periods of time, I would
Sometimes it
have
was just her
friends.
just dressing up as a boy.
You guys are making me seem so pathetic. I mean, they're right, but
He has plenty of friends.
yeah. But that sounded so sarcastic. I do have friends.
No,
I
you
promise.
said that. You got yourself that.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I used to do the YouTube channel by myself, and I liked it. I was still having fun. I almost ended up with 200 subscribers on that channel.
Throw some our way.
That channel has 182 subscribers right now. I don't
Like
know.
Blink-182?
Maybe I should post a video or something. Maybe randomly they'll see it. I
Here's
don't
where I'm
know.
now.
But I might just do that. And I remember I started to gain progress, but then I stopped doing it just because I lost motivation and there were other things in life, and I just didn't have anyone to like back me up.
If we
now
had been
now
there-
I have people to back me up who actually want to do this, and we're actually a lot better at it than we were when we were in high school.
I don't know.
Or even
200
2 months ago.
Yeah, even 2 months ago.
We were doing better.
So I like having people to actually like push me to actually do stuff with the channel because sometimes I get lazy.
Yeah, like Gang Beasts.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we've all had
Yeah.
some lazy moments. With
And
all
we
of
will
us.
in the future.
But that's why
Literally
that's
every
yeah.
single video that I've had to edit.
You look for a way
But I
out.
think
except for
now,
this one,
now that
the
you have
rocket
fun
one.
with it, though, I think you'll be better, right?
Yeah.
And
As long as I can, I'll talk to Nick about upgrading my computer, getting some more.
What do you just
RAM's
need to
not
just put a
expensive.
stick of RAM in it. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
So
Guess that's what I'm doing. Getting a sticker RAM.
Because I think you had a good time doing it. Like, once you actually learned how, like, it actually becomes kind of, like, oddly fun sometimes.
it was
to
yeah.
edit. It seems weird,
right.
but it's kind of, like, oddly, like, just fun to sit there and you're like, I want this to happen. I'm going to make it happen. I can do that. Like, I've watched YouTube videos online. I'm like, oh, I wish they would have done that. Now I can be that person.
Right. There were times, like, I remember back in the day when I watched Markiplier videos, and at the very end, where he would, back when the annotations were a thing,
Oh, right.
whatever they were.
I miss annotations.
Yeah, I know. So he would, like, at the end of his video, it would, like, say like and subscribe or whatever, but then it'd have 2 of those, and it would be showing different videos, and it would be showing it would be showing them at the same time. They'd both be playing, but it would only play the audio of one,
Yeah.
and then it would cut to the audio of the other. I'm just like, whoa, that's so cool. Like, how do they sync that up? And now I'm like, I know exactly what they do, and it doesn't.
Now you can't do it.
And now I can't.
Yeah, because the annotations are nice.
Oh, well, I can't do that, but I at least I could if I wanted to. Like,
Yeah.
I have the
You
ability
know
and
how.
knowledge. And it, I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem as impressive anymore, but maybe it's just because I know, and it would be impressive to someone who doesn't know. And, I mean, as far as, like, you, Ryan, and Nick, and even you Kevin, I mean, I was learning Adobe, like, I taught myself, like, for months and months and months before I was, like, even really doing anything. And we come into this, and you guys are being expected to, like, learn it very fast. So good job on that, actually. I'd have to
Well,
say.
I mean, I had tried to learn it before. So I have a friend. He actually is one of our subscribers, and he actually commented on my video. Snake DeSager is his YouTube channel. But he was one of my buddies from my last job at Bluehost. And so his name is Stefan. So we would hang out, but like, I actually did a couple videos with him on his channel. And I was like, I want to learn how to edit, because Caitlin gets them for free, like Adobe, all the Adobe stuff. And I was like, I want to learn how to edit. I think it would be fun. So I had him send me a video, and then I just never even picked it up. Like, it was actually when I had been laid off from my job because I moved to a different state, and I was like in between getting the job I have now. And I was like, this is the perfect time. I have nothing going on in life. And then I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But the moment it was our content, I spent like a ton of time like watching all these videos. I subscribed to different YouTube channels. I watched a lot of Peter McKinnon. Like, anything that could teach me, and then I would Google stuff, and then I would just mess around with stuff because I wanted to know how to do things. And I'm still not anywhere near like the realm of some of these people, and I also can't spend the time of a lot of them because it's not our full-time job. So I try to put in a lot of effort. But that's the other cool thing about having 4 of us is theoretically we can spend way more time editing every video.
Theoretically.
Which I actually do try to do with the nostalgia ones. I spend actually a lot of time on those because they're like my little baby. And so I actually do spend a lot of times, maybe too much for what it actually ends up being. And parts that people don't even appreciate, like the slow-mo and then the sniper following it. Like, for me, that was such a great part, but it lasted about 2 seconds in the actual thing. It took me way longer to make.
That's video editing.
Yeah, I was
in a
gonna say
nutshell.
it's the world of
Yeah,
editing.
it feels unappreciated because of the amount of views we get, I guess. Like, if I was getting 100,000 views from something, I'd be like, yeah, it's appreciated. But, like, it's things that I think a lot of people say online as well, is like, you have to have the quality for people to come to you. So for me, it's like, if I can put in the quality, at least some of that now, and teach myself at least something new almost every time, I'll feel like that quality is getting better, and I'll feel like I'm giving someone something real and not just giving them what I think they deserve because no one's subscribing. Like, that's not how it works. You put in the work, then people subscribe. You don't say, subscribe, then I'll put in the work. So that's my
You
thought.
owe me first.
So theoretically, that's the idea, so we can each spend an extra little bit more time, because we do have lives outside of this, because this can't be our full-time job right now. We don't make any money. We only spend money.
Yeah, pretty much. Speaking of nostalgia, because you were talking about your nostalgia videos, whether we're doing this in 5, 10, 20 years, one of my favorite memories of this is the first day or it was the second day that we did this. Kevin and I stayed at his apartment, trying to figure out how to use Premiere, and we were editing our first video, the Worms Liberty Strikes thing, and it was a 45-minute video. We were trying to find one part to put a picture in. So I think we finished recording at like 3 p.m., but by like 8 p.m. is when I finally left. So I sat on his couch for like 5 hours going through this 45-minute video trying to figure out how to put this picture in.
Well, and we would skip to the wrong part because we know where it's at. Instead of just watching the video, which would have been way faster, we would skip all around like, no, it's definitely here. I feel like it's here, and then we wouldn't go to the end of something, and then we'd go back and... Oh my gosh.
And then we were talking about naming the channel and all that too. And
yeah, we spent a lot of time, and that might be one of the few actual like co-edited videos because each of us did like a part of it. I think that might be the only co-edited one. The Rocket League kind of, but I gave you most of that work. But that was the other one that was kind of, but we definitely co-edited that one. And it took us so long. We just spent hours after these guys had left, just sitting there trying to edit this video.
And now you'd be able to just do that seamlessly.
I taught Ryan. How long did it take me to teach you how to put a picture in the video set?
Like 30 seconds, maybe.
Time we spent
8 hours, whatever, versus 30
literally
seconds.
30 seconds, and he put in how many different?
I put in a lot of memes.
Like so many.
I have to watch this.
It's funny.
I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
Like he put so many in there, and I taught him in about 30 seconds something that we just had to figure out.
I was kind of like actually hoping that like would be your thing, or something.
The memes.
Yeah, titles and memes. He put a ton of little titles in there. As soon as I taught him that, he went crazy with it as well.
And it's fun. It's like when you're creating something that you know is funny and it's enjoying. Like it's just so much more joyful.
It's funny for you, right? Like if it's funny for one of us, like if I make something I think it's funny, it'll probably be funny to others.
Most likely.
I remember when Ryan swore and I had to edit it out.
He didn't actually swear.
Like. When I put that in, like we replayed that part so many times just with ourselves, but when I was doing it, I replayed it like double that because I just couldn't stop. And Emily was, over here on the bed, just like probably shaking her head, just being like,
"Why did
I have to edit with headphones because Caitlin will get annoyed because I keep listening to the same part over and over because you have to find the right part to cut, especially." And
That's
so
what I
Caitlin
usually
will get
do.
like annoyed, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna put my headphones in so that only I have to deal with this.
Yep.
Well, I think we were all in tears. Even I was in tears from crying from laughing so much because of that
so
part.
funny.
Because I don't want myself misrepresented, but even I thought it was really funny.
It was hilarious.
There's a time where misrepresentation becomes worth it, and that was one of those times that it was definitely worth it, 100%.
Yeah, I like those moments. Like when I was editing a lot of my videos when I was in high school, I would spend so much time on them, and I would feel so happy about it. And there are always specific parts that I spend a lot of time on that I would watch over and over and over again because I was just so proud of myself, and it was so funny to me, and it made me happy when people thought it was funny too. Because, like you said, chances are if something's funny to you, it's going to be funny to somebody else. Maybe not to everybody else.
No.
But to somebody else.
But I also
and those are where your subscribers come from.
Yeah, and I also think it's important, though, because it shows that we're making the content that we like.
Yeah. We're
not trying to chase all the trends, even though maybe we should a little bit more so we can actually get views. But, like, it's...
We're not going to sell out, but maybe we should.
Maybe a little bit. But I think, we play games we find fun.
Yeah.
The League one that maybe will come out in, forever. Who knows?
In, 10 years.
Because it hasn't been uploaded to the drive yet, so I can't even do anything with it. But we did all support one. And we had how much fun playing that.
That was so fun.
Much
and
fun.
my computer was acting up and I was running at 13 frames per second and I was still landing blitzcrank hooks.
And you still had an amazing time.
I love that was one of my favorite League games I've probably ever played.
It was just a dumb idea that I had and I was like, we should play this, and everyone was like, okay. No one said nah. We were all super for it, and then it was probably honestly one of the favorite videos we've ever made. Yeah. I also like our Minecraft ones. It's fun to just mess around with.
I did not think we were going to have as much fun on Minecraft. I know Minecraft can be fun,
No,
But-
it's so much more fun with a group.
Yeah.
So much
like,
more
so
I usually don't like Minecraft, honestly. I only play it with friends for the most part because that's the only way.
those
I'll
people
play
that
it.
play Minecraft by themselves, like especially on YouTube, like
How do they do it? I
Dan TDM and
Yeah.
Sky plays Minecraft.
don't get how they do it.
I bet they don't actually enjoy Minecraft.
Well,
I
because
feel
have you
like-
been having fun playing with
Well, yeah,
us?
but I've been having a blast with this just because we have good chemistry.
Because he loves to die and we kill him.
Well,
I mean, do you have fun with that?
No,
is
but I
fun.
have fun with all the other stuff that happens.
And like I think it's also fun because Minecraft can be kind of an objective, like free game in a way. Like they do have some objectives you can reach, like the end and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we've also created like our own mini objective within it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that adds an extra little level because we can play the normal Minecraft while also trying to create something.
Yeah, it's a
So-
sandbox game.
Like I think
So-
that adds to it because we have some kind of objective, even if it's a minimal one.
Yeah.
But it also adds to me falling to my death very consistently.
And I'm pretty sure I still haven't started building my house.
Didn't you start at the end of the last?
Maybe
video?
I did, but
I think
like,
you started
we're like
because there's
three
a
or-
pathway over there.
Yeah, we're like 3
I just
or 4
censored it
episodes
out.
in, and
I just censored it out. We
Oh.
just won't have it.
right.
No house for you.
Yeah, but I think that's been like my favorite thing is just being able to like see like play games especially. So a lot of the games that we've played and a lot of games that I've bought have been because I've seen them on YouTube. A lot of Achievement Hunter, honestly, because I see them playing and they have so much fun. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to have that much fun. Give me. So I wanted to recreate that, but then I realized I don't have friends that play it with me, so then I can't recreate that fun. So I was like all sad about it. But now I do, and so we get to play Gang Beasts, which I
Love that
never
game.
like. I played it once before playing with you guys. That's it.
And
Because
seriously,
I didn't have anyone to play with, and it's so freaking fun. to play
even
with.
even smaller things like that soccer during Rayman.
Yeah, that was so fun.
That was fun.
Yeah,
It was like
it was hype as heck.
It
man.
was this
that
like
was crazy.
it's just one small part of a game, and it was like the funnest time ever. Like we forget. I mean, we don't forget that we're recording, but it's not like we're trying to put on a show because the show's there. And,
Yeah, we are the show.
Yeah, and we're
Lady.
and it's all natural. And
But seriously, he's single.
I'm desperate, man. I'll build you a heart building in Minecraft.
unless we kill him before with
Yeah.
Minecraft.
That's why I'm single, because these guys kill me in every game we play.
Anytime he's getting somewhere, he gets killed.
We just can't
Usually
see
The worst wingman ever.
We should do let's
by
play.
the other single.
No, I got an
guys.
idea. Let's play Nick Gets a Girlfriend.
Let's play speed dating.
We should.
Or we're
Let's play
behind
Help
you.
Nick Get a Date.
Or we're help behind you, whispering things into your ear of what you should say while she's like, "What is going on?"
But we have like a controller, and we're like, I'm pressing A to kiss.
Oh god.
Oh, that would be
You did
fun.
mention that like I'm single too. Like yeah, for the
Oh, yeah.
for the subscribers who actually
Wait,
did
are
pay
you doing a
attention-
shout out to your
No.
singleness? Okay.
No,
I think we're saying
I'm
if
just
there's any
saying-
ladies out there.
no, because
No, that's next thing.
there was a week where I wasn't in any of the videos, and I think you guys mentioned it was because I went to Mexico to visit my girlfriend. That's not a thing anymore, so I am single, ladies.
He's still
No
your
mas.
thing.
There's my shout out.
You're still Nick's thing, Ryan.
Huh?
Your thing is always like ladies.
Oh, I thought you said you're still Nick's thing, and I'm like, he is not my thing.
Well, to be fair, you guys do live together. You spend a lot of time together. You wouldn't leave until you could drive together. There's kind of a thing
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
It's kind of a thing.
just there's a little there. Nick's thinking about it, and Ryan's laughing. So some good reactions.
No, even though
Coincidences.
I've known you the longest, I have lived with him the longest.
I know, but has he slept in the same bed?
No,
as much.
that has not happened,
No,
and it never will.
A story
we
for
were
another
out of the
time.
country together the longest.
that's true.
I've been out
Not
of the
even
country
really
with you,
together, but
though.
in the same country, out of this country
That's
at
true.
the same time.
But I mean, Keith and I were out of the country together for 2 years.
You guys were in Mexico together. We were in Mexico together.
Yes, we were
not
for
for 2 years.
2 days.
It felt like
I
like
have
2
not
years.
been to Mexico.
Next, let's play. I'm gonna now fly to Mexico.
Let's
Flight
play Nick
Simulator
Explores
to Mexico.
Mexico.
Play the Switch on the way to Mexico.
Oh, there's an idea.
How to make a flight entertaining, and then the four of us just being rambunctious, filming ourselves playing the Switch on the.
We'd still get kicked off.
And we're being
people hate us.
mid-flight. Mid-flight.
Alright, we're like in the middle of Arizona. You guys are on your own.
Oh, did you guys hear about the, this is totally not about gaming at all, but about the pilot or the co-pilot, one of them wanted to smoke their e-cigarette on a
Oh,
plane.
yes, I
and
did. I
so
heard about that.
they locked the door, and apparently the other pilot didn't know, allegedly. And they shut off the AC. He meant to just turn off the vents in the
He hotboxed
the
himself.
well, he just meant to turn off the vents so that people wouldn't smell it. But he turned off the entire AC, and if a plane doesn't have AC, you lose like the air pressure. And so it actually started to dive, and it dove thousands of feet before they figured out what was going on.
Oh my gosh.
I bet you he's fired.
He's in jail.
Probably. I mean, no one died, luckily.
Yeah, but there's got to be regulations to that.
Probably.
He endangered so many
Hundreds of
lives.
people potentially.
He's in jail.
You could say his career took a dive.
I also couldn't say that. But
Sorry, I just
there's
kind
a
of
good one.
winged that pun. Welcome to the All Chat Gaming Podcast,
What type of
where the puns are made up and the content doesn't matter. Name that reference.
Well, whose line is it
Who's
anyway?
the
Yeah.
before me.
Oh my gosh.
We need to do more of these, like, not off topic, but like off script kind of podcasts. They're kind of fun.
Well, it's not like we're on script.
We're not.
but,
but,
We
like,
don't have anything scripted,
our
but we do
loose
have
topic, you know.
generally, especially when I make them, I have like a lot of subtopics, and this one it
Yeah.
was a pretty open,
Yeah.
like
we should
just
have
basic idea.
we should have a completely scripted podcast, and
Like we read our
and Ryan's each
No, but
time
we
just
have-
like F this, F that.
But we have to memorize the lines, so it's like actually acting.
You have it written on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
hand.
I'll memorize the scripts for work, but I'm not memorizing this stuff.
Ryan,
should
it's
write a
only 2
sitcom.
words. You only have to memorize 2 words.
Oddman Out sitcom.
Just say F that the entire time.
Yeah,
F this, F that,
like
or the
Oh,
turn,
boy.
the twist. What the?
yeah, and we're like Ryan.
And I need to be
said
careful
something?
about what I say because it's gonna get bleeped out every.
It's true. You become the bleeped. You are the bleeped.
The bleeped.
You are the bleep.
The bleeped.
Deadpool would be proud.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also I think another thing that's been, but it's been weird for me, kind of difficult, is trying to figure out what content we should keep doing. And it sounds weird because we get so few views. Like, I always hear like big content creators talking about how like, oh, we had to get rid of the show because it wasn't hitting the right amount of like audience interaction and views between all the different places. Like, it wasn't doing what we needed it to do, so it was actually costing us money. Excuse me. Technically, all of our videos cost us money, or time, which is money.
Literally being
So-
here is costing me money. So.
Yeah, because time.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting because they'll get rid of things because for them it's not worth it, but for us it's like, how much worse is a 14 view video compared to a 25 view video? Like, but for us that's like a huge deal. But then sometimes for some reason some of those do really well on Facebook. Like, I don't know if either of you have seen it, but like it was our speedrunners, which didn't do bad on YouTube, but it didn't do great. But our speedrunners and actually, I can't remember the other one, and I just looked at it like 2 seconds ago. One of our recent ones, the Rayman one, did amazing without even like doing any advertising. It got like 100 something views just on Facebook, but it got like 12 on YouTube. But it's like, it's so interesting because it's hard to know, like, is something worth it? And you might have noticed, or may not have noticed, because like I said, we get 12 viewers. Our Games with Gold thing kind of died out. And it
That
wasn't
was more time because
that's what I'm saying is we had to spend the time playing the games, and then we had to spend the time talking about them, which doesn't sound like that much work. But if there wasn't a game we didn't really care to play, like, it made it hard. But like it took enough time to not getting enough views. Like, had it gone viral, we never would have stopped it. But like it never, like, it did okay. I guess it got like 20 views. Actually, kind of one of our better viewed videos, to be fair.
no. Well, let's
But,
do it
like,
again.
Time to start it. Yeah.
Before the kind of effort, it became difficult. And sometimes that's something weird for me is I try to think logically, almost like a big YouTuber, but we don't have that kind of, it's hard to really gauge it. So it's hard for me to know,
Right, yeah.
like, should we redo this game? Like, was it even worth it? Like, our first Gang Beast got a ton of views, and the next one got like half. It still did well. Got like 26 views.
Worms Golf is definitely not worth it.
Had
It got like a lot of views.
I agree with Ryan.
Definitely got a lot of views.
and it had one of our best. It was one of our
Also
better
great
retention.
You
So,
guys
sorry
suck.
guys.
Stop watching the damn Worms Golf
Hey,
videos.
we got to swear.
Oh, right. Still tired.
But like it's funny because it's hard because I want to think like that. I want to think logically and be like, okay, this is what we need to do. But it's like, do we even have enough views to be
True.
able to make that
I mean-
kind of decision right now?
I mean,
like, I don't know.
You're right. Like I've seen plenty of videos saying like, you know, how to help grow your channel or get more subscribers.
I've also-
And so many of them say like, you know, the stuff I would have done anyway. So it's not like they're giving me like new advice, but they say you need to see how well your audience is reacting to it. You know, the engagement, the comments. I'm like,
But we don't get those.
I was like, I would love to see. I would love to discern, but what do you do when they're all the
Before.
same?
What do you do before you get comments? You got
Yeah.
like 4 comments and you're like, we got 1 on this video. 1!
Yeah.
Which we always respond to, so please comment. We will interact with you if you want to get to know us.
There were some more comments on
And
Facebook
them,
that I
especially.
Huh?
Huh?
saw.
Oh.
On Facebook, there were some comments from.
Oh, like of people sharing stuff and stuff?
No, like
or-
on people commenting on our videos. Like,
Are you talking about the
The Facebook advertisement.
the Fortnite one or the what else?
no,
did we
maybe
do?
it was
Nostalgia.
YouTube. I think it was. There was a guy commenting on one of our podcasts. I honestly don't remember. I'm sorry, dude, if you remember and you're watching this.
Was
and
it your
you-
friend?
I think it might have been my friend.
Oh well, sorry, I don't remember.
He's really
But yeah,
hurt.
I mean, I did see some.
Personally.
I did see some comments, and that was cool because I'd never really seen the comments on our videos before. Like, hey, people are actually responding to the questions we make at the end of our podcast.
We did get more comments on our first few videos, like, and it's like, okay, well, they'll keep coming, and they.
But I also
weren't.
did do that one comment that went good and or bad. Okay, so that was another thing. Actually, I'll bring that up because that was like one of like the best and worst moments for me as like a new YouTuber because you have to learn new things, right? So
And one of those new things is dealing with haters, dealing with the internet.
yeah, but I mean, the funny part was
I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. Wow, wow, wow.
so
That was scripted.
whatever.
Shout out to my girl T Swizzle. You'll never date me, but I'd like to.
Would you eventually write a song about how terrible you are? That's all she does.
Hey, if
Well, thanks.
I would take that.
That's all she does ever. That's
If
true, I
Taylor
take that
Swift
too.
writes a song about you, no matter the context,
it
take
can't
it.
be good context. It never is.
Yeah.
But I'm so funny, like thinking of those videos that talk about how to get more viewers and how to get like better interaction and stuff. And
Just a shake.
one of the few things it said was to comment on other people's videos. But you have to be careful in doing that because you don't want it to come off as like, hey, I like this video.
like
Welcome
me,
to my channel.
like me.
Come watch me. And like I never wanted to be that person because I don't want to check these people out. But also you do have to get your name out there. So I tried to put, I thought, a very well thought out comment on an Achievement Hunter video I liked. If you want to see it, it's under the Halo 5 Slender Man that they did. And I don't remember my exact comment, but it was something of like, oh man, like I really appreciate this was especially when I was spending a lot of time learning editing. And I was like, man, I really appreciated the amount of effort that whoever edited this video went into. Like they added like a lot of cool stuff, and I was really impressed. And I was like, man, I wish I could do that because even now I still couldn't do some of the stuff they did. Mm-hmm. And I was super impressed. And I was like, man, like I've just started my own channel with some of my friends. And I'm learning editing, so I'm like, that's super cool what they did. That was pretty much what I did. Like, yeah, kind of shout outy. I wasn't trying to hide that I wouldn't mind people. I never even asked anyone to check it out. I wasn't trying to hide that it existed, but I also wasn't trying to be like, come. And someone commented and they were like, wow, couldn't you be any more obvious? And I was like, I mean, I wasn't trying to hide what I was trying to do, but I also was actually congratulating them on what they did. And then he came out with this huge response of just like pure like hatred toward us. Like, you're the worst kind of people. I bet no one likes you. Bet you have no friends. I bet you live in your mom's basement. I bet your parents hate you. Like, legitimately angry about what I thought was
Person's got
pretty much
issues.
nothing. But like it was so interesting to me. Like I didn't take it personally, but I also
There were a lot of people that defended you too.
There were actually a lot of comments of people who were like, I'm actually gonna go check them out. and actually commented on our stuff
And
because of that video.
Your comment had like over 200 likes.
Yeah, it was one of the more actually either the most or the second most liked comment on that video. Because I thought it was a very well done, well thought out comment, and I just didn't understand the hate. Like, I didn't take it personally, but I was so confused by it because it just seemed so rash.
Well, that's the internet.
It is, but it was just so surprising to me. But I was happy to see other people were like, actually, that was a perfectly fine comment. Because I didn't want to be that person either that was like, just selflessly plugging myself, like, come check me out, I'm great. And I have like one like crappy Minecraft video. Like, I didn't want to be that kind of person. And I didn't want to come off that way. And I was actually a little bit worried that I did. I was like, I had to go back and read my comment because I was like, oh no, did I post something dumb? And I was like, wait a minute. And I sent it to these guys and I was like, what's wrong with this comment? Is there anything wrong?
I was like, no.
I said yes. And then I was like, I was the person who replied.
So yeah, that was interesting. We haven't really had a lot of hate because again, we don't have a lot of comments.
We would welcome the hate because that would be viewers.
You know, that reminds me of something. So when I was posting on my other channel in high school, I literally created a playlist of the most watched music videos of top pop songs when I was in high school, and I copy and pasted a pre-written comment that I had telling people to come check out my channel. Like the literal thing you've tried to avoid. I used to be that guy. You know what's scary though? It worked. That's how I got a lot of subscribers.
Then,
so
Nick, I think we know what you're doing for your next project.
less shamelessly plugging it, I would hope. Hopefully.
I still have that playlist too. Like, it's still there. It's literally called advertising videos. That's literally the playlist name. I was a interesting teenager.
I mean, you did what worked, right?
It worked. I got more views.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
anything for views.
Yep, anything for risk. What? Oh, all right.
Oh, wait, sorry.
That just happened.
Oh, we're gonna get demonetized.
Not even true. They can't see it because they're gonna get blinded by how white it is. It's its own self-editor.
Wait, you need to censor that. Oh my gosh, please censor it. Please do that.
Oh boy.
That would make my day.
Yeah, but I think so that was interesting for me. I would love to see more comments and interaction because we will interact with you. Yeah. We will reply.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a life, so
like I don't know if that makes it more interesting because you're like, oh, I don't actually want these people to talk to me. I don't know if what I'm doing right now is actually a good thing, but if you watch our stuff, I imagine you think we're at least semi-funny.
I'd hope so.
But yeah, so I think those have been the big things for me is just like seeing like the weird twists and seeing like the weird things that I didn't think would go anywhere, like that comment. I thought maybe like a couple people would see it and it would get lost in the depths of the YouTube comments, and instead somehow it blew up and was like something that was like actually kind of cool for us for a little bit because it did actually bump us up a little bit and some people did defend it. But yeah, like I don't know, weird things that have happened like that, and just how interesting it is to learn that editing can be fun while also extremely time consuming. But yeah, little things like that and where we can improve and just thinking about the channel have been the fun things, as well as thinking of new ideas for videos. Like when we came up with the Fortnite mobile idea, like that was like a really funny, I thought, unique idea. And we came up with it, we filmed it, it failed, then we redid it, and it succeeded. And I think people liked it.
So never give up.
Never surrender. Okay, I said it.
Yeah.
Or do.
Okay, well, we know where Ryan stands. Okay.
Anything else, anyone?
No, I think this has been a good discussion.
Take us out.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment. Let us know if you're
Are you starting your YouTube channel?
And how hard it's been for you, or if you're a successful YouTuber now and you're watching us.
Why are you watching us?
Tell us why you would watch us.
And give us a shout out.
But also, yeah, like let us know how difficult it was for you to get started and just, think back on those times. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We really do. And have a fantastic rest of your week.
Remember to eat breakfast, work out, and practice music.
The Ottoman are out.
Bye, I guess.
Well, you have it right there.